Hello, fellas and ladies. It is time to review Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is supposedly, I believe it, but I guess I'll say allegedly, the final Guardians of the Galaxy film. And the basic gist I can say about this is another adventure with the Guardians of the Galaxy, led by Chris Pratt's Peter Quill, or Star-Lord. And, this one involves them taking on this big old mean, just super mean guy who wants to create a civilization on his own and be God himself. I did not like Ant-Man the Lost Quantumania at all, and I didn't really like Thor: Love and Thunder. I really like Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but like that was just Ryan Coogler being dope. So I can definitely say that MCU is definitely on a bit of a tight wire act right now. And I do think that with this film, it's more Wakanda Forever in the sense that like James Gunn knows what he's doing. It's, James Gunn got to do whatever he wants. So like it's a little bit less than like, Ant-Man the Lost was made by a machine, and this movie was made by an actual auteur. That's to say, I fucking love this movie. Guardians of the Galaxy movies are always my favorite of the MCU, just because I love that blend of like comedy and like action. I love James Gunn in general. I just love his style. I loved everything he's done with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker and the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And while I definitely love how he's really good at making these fun and silly action movies, what I really love about James Gunn is how he's able to like take these misfit characters in both Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker and make them just so like depth filled. This movie, you can tell that James Gunn just has such a weird love for these characters, and he gives them all the send off that they deserve in this film, namely Rocket. There's some stuff with Rocket that like this movie's heavy. This movie, like, do not go in expecting just another silly Guardians adventure. You'll get some fun, but this movie is dark, and I say that as positively as possible. Do I think that maybe there's going to be some parents who take the kids to go see it and they're going to be running at the theater? Yes, it's going to be hilarious to watch because I do work at a theater. So, it's going to be funny watching them not realize what they got themselves into. But the stuff with Rocket in this movie, they really go deep into Rocket's backstory. And I won't go into specifics, but this definitely paints that character in such a horrifying light. There's one moment in particular where Bradley Cooper was like given a like something on paper so simple, but like, oh my God, so devastating. Like, what he actually gave us. I am gonna miss these characters. I genuinely am. I think I think Chris Pratt kind of hit the jackpot with this character. I think he is perfectly casted, whereas post Guardians, his casting has his use in Hollywood has been a little rough, but he plays the doofus action hero so well, and I think everybody in this, like, I love the whole thing. I love how they handled Gamora in this. It didn't feel at any point like a cop out. It felt natural through and through. Drax is just so funny consistently. I love Dave Bautista. He's such a talented dude. Mantis, hear me out. Smash. But I love Palm Clementine. I thought she was terrific. The entire ensemble, they just nail it. They know these characters in the back of their hand at this point. And James Gunn gives them like the blueprint because he's such a talented writer when it comes to character writing that they can just walk on set and be like, all right, let's do this. Also, I think this is the best looking of the MCU movies. I think Wakanda Forever comes close, but I mean, like, visually, there's something so like energetic and like colorful about the vibe of this film, and I think that shines in the cinematography a little bit and James Gunn's direction. Also, just visual effects wise, it's been a while since I've been able to not have to criticize the VFX in a Marvel movie, because the VFX in this movie are terrific. And the makeup work, dude, if this movie misses a makeup nom, I don't think it will, but if it misses a makeup nom at the Oscars, I'm gonna start throwing hands. Well, I don't care that Bradley Cooper looks like Leonard Bernstein. You nominate this. Third act just kicks into such high gear. I can maybe understand some criticisms that's a little messy in the first two acts. I don't agree, but like I definitely see where they're coming from. But the third act is just incredible. It just inspires hope for a lot of people who are in like these dark times. And it just kind of be like, all right, these guys start off as these ragtag group of criminals, and now they are little, like, that's like doing one of the most heroic things you can do. That was just beautiful to see, and to just see them as a team, like, God damn, fuck, it hit me right there. It's so funny. There are moments that did make me cry, not like the obvious moments, but definitely the moments like I it's so weird. The small things make me cry. Like in Wakanda Forever, the funeral didn't make me cry. The ending with the Chadwick thing didn't make me cry. It was the credit scene that made me sniffle. It's so weird. In this movie, I won't go into specifics what did get to me, but like it's the things that I don't think Gunn was trying to get to me for. He's just I love James Gunn, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait for what he has to do with DC. I will say the soundtrack is probably my least favorite of the three. Good soundtrack, just my least favorite of three. High bar. But anyway, yeah, that was. I love that movie. Is it perfect? God, no. There's definitely some flaws you can pick out, especially with its plotting and its narrative structure in the first two acts. But overall, I think it gives these characters the send off they deserve, and James Gunn gets to have full range to do whatever he wants. It's definitely heavier than the previous Guardians films, but it's also still very funny and energetic and lively. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a nice 9 out of 10. And that's a review. Like, subscribe, share, and tell me which galaxy you're gonna Guardian Volume 3.